Each one of us can build wealth, replace scarcity with abundance, replace average with greatness, replace uncertainty with conviction. Success is there for the taking. Small business owners, entrepreneurs, startups, and the ambitious. Grant Cardone tells you what you have to do to prosper in this new economy. He'll inform you in everything business, finance, and career related. Get ready. Find the knowledge for your success. It's all here, right now, in the Cardone Zone.
Welcome to the Cardone Zone from Cancun, our first international streaming event to you. You made it to the zone today. It's Friday, 1 p.m. on the East Coast. I'm not on the East Coast, I'm in Cancun with you. We wanted to bring you this show from down here because you said, hey, I want to start my weekends by getting into the zone. Welcome, great to have you here. Appreciate you following the show. Thank you to Whatever It Takes Network. We got sound going on. We got crazy stuff. I got margaritas being brought in. Today I want to talk to you about what you show up for every Friday, which is your success, your money, your finances, making sure your business works so that you dominate your space and own it. I've been asked since coming down here, hey Grant, why do you think some people fail and some people succeed? Look, I've wondered this my whole life, since I was probably 15 years old. Why was the guy next to me, the family where we lived, they were so successful and my family struggled. And then down the street, our struggling made us look rich and made them look extremely poor. So I want to talk to you this week about your success and your failure and why so many people in this country, in the wealthiest country on the planet, are not doing well. I don't want that to happen to you. I have struggled my entire life to make sure it didn't happen to me. I was scared that it was going to happen to me. And frankly, if you knew the truth about it, from the age 15 to 25, I was a terrible, terrible disappointment to myself, my family, and to any idea of success. I was not by any means, shape, or form successful. I was struggling. I was out of money, couldn't put 2 cents together. People didn't think much of me, and had basically become what I thought was an embarrassment to my family name. And I mean, how much more failure can there be than you thinking, God, I have all this potential, all this ability, and I'm not living up to it? If you've been following my work for a while, you know that for me, I measure success not as a financial thing or the car I own, but everything that I have in life. Am I fulfilling my potential in all the parts of my life? My relationship with my kids, as a father, a husband, as the owner of the company, and the way I treat people, both the people that I work with every day, my customers, and even people that I don't know. Am I able to have enough success so that I can go through my life and treat everybody with this thing called success? Well, I ask you today, why do you think so many people just get by? Why are so many people not making it? If you look at the statistics, 76% of Americans today are living paycheck to paycheck. We're here at the Hard Rock this weekend. Hard Rock, all over the world, they do extremely well. They make tons, unbelievable amounts of money because they figured out a way to deliver a great product to their customers at a very affordable price and give them an unbelievable experience. We're going to be here for the next 2 or 3 days. People have flown in from all over the country. Where'd you guys come in from? Elena?
And Jordan, the Middle East.
Elena and Jordan from the Middle East. We have people from all over Mexico, Europe have showed up. Why are these people showing up? London is in Europe, okay? That's my wife putting in her 2 cents. Everybody's got 2 cents and everybody's got 2 minutes. I just shut hers down. So why are so many people just getting by? Why are so many people making sense of average? Why are so many people absolutely failing? They cannot put 2 cents together. If you look at the statistics, less than 80% of America has $3,000 saved in a retirement or any kind of savings account. 67% of all businesses in America either just get by, break even, or they're losing money. Why is that? What company would go into business for themselves, start a company, and break even and make sense of it? Look, I slipped through somehow. Somehow over the last 35 years, I figured out a way to grab mine, and I want you to grab yours. I'm grateful that I grabbed mine. I'm grateful that I have it. Now, my legacy now is to share with others what you must do to get yours, to make sure you can take care of your family, your business, your household. So the first thing I want to do is I want to confront what causes people to fail. What causes people not to do well? Because if you can look at the piece that causes you to fail, then you can then avoid that. I would suggest to you, well, let me just say that what other people say is this: education. Many people don't get a good enough education, they fail. That's what you're going to hear if you Google it. Upbringing. Maybe I was raised, a family, little Ronald was raised by a single mother. His dad wasn't there to help him. That could be it. You'll hear it on the news every night. Destiny. I hear a lot of people. I was at dinner last night with Bradley, and they pull out the horoscopes and they start talking about destiny, and it's your destiny, and some make it, some don't, and it's because of your zodiac sign. You pick people based on zodiacs. You have kids and they're stuck with their zodiac. And then the last thing is people talk about ambition, some DNA makeup that would suggest that it's in the DNA of the individual. Some are ambitious and some are not. Why do some people fail and some succeed? You should ask yourself this question. You know, there's enough positive information in the universe. You can Google success, positive. You could get a positive quote sent to you every day from 100 different sources for free, yet so many people are failing. Today we're going to confront this issue. We're going to look at why are people not doing well and what you must do to succeed. By the way, I'm doing the whateverittakesnetwork.com/10x live. I'm going to stream our live 10x seminar tonight to you. Go to whateverittakesnetwork.com/10x live. I'll be right back to talk to you about what you must do.
Whatever It Takes Network brings you an exclusive event this Friday and Saturday. See Grant Cardone live at the Hard Rock Hotel, Cancun. At 2 seminars are streamed right to you live on November 14th and 15th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Book both seminars for only $99. That's right, both 10X seminars from Cancun for $99. Register today at whateverittakesnetwork.com/10x live. That's whateverittakesnetwork.com/10x live.
New York Times best-selling author and self-made multimillionaire entrepreneur Grant Cardone has partnered with the Hard Rock Hotel to bring you the Work Hard, Play Hard 10X Your Life at the Hard Rock Hotel Cancun. Reward yourself as you play hard at this all-inclusive luxury experience, and you'll work hard participating in 2 seminars on November 14th and 15th with Grant Cardone himself. These unique seminars were created to help you learn to 10x your finances, 10x your social media, 10x your business, and 10x your life. Visit 10xseminar.com to book your 10x experience now. For rates starting at $463 per night for 3 nights. Seminars, meals, and beverages are included. Stop settling. 10x your finances, reach your dreams, 10x your business, and 10x your life. Take action and go to 10xseminar.com now to book your 10x experience at the Hard Rock Hotel Cancun.
Hey, welcome back to the Cardone Zone. Grant Cardone here. You can tweet me at Grant Cardone. We got a problem? No, we're okay. Tweet me at Grant Cardone. You can tweet your questions. You can hit me on Facebook. You are in the Cardone Zone every Friday at 1 p.m. no matter where I am, no matter what country, what state, what city. If I'm in the air, I'm on the road, I'm coming to you. Depend on it, Fridays 1 p.m. Cardone Zone, brought to you by Whatever It Takes Network, and this week the Hard Rock in Cancun. This place is freaking rocking. I wish you were here. If you couldn't make it because of the kids or work or it just didn't work out for you this time, the 10X seminar will be streamed to you tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to you, streamed live. First time in 30 years that I've ever streamed a live event. It's $99. It's nothing, okay? We charge $800 for that same event. You're gonna get not just tonight, Friday night, but you're gonna get Saturday night's event for $99. You can go to whateverittakesnetwork.com/10X live. I got my margarita, I got you, I got your attention. We're talking about success or failure. Winston Churchill. You should check out the story about Winston Churchill, the amount of tenacity and persistence, the amount of rejection this man experienced his entire career. Says, never give in, never give in, never give in, never, 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 never give in. So why do so many people fail? Look, that's the message. If your mom and dad didn't give you that message as kids, never stop, never give in. If your parents didn't teach you, failure is impossible. That's right, it's impossible. See, most of us, including myself, were taught, hey, it's gonna happen. It's part of the business process. It's part of sales. You're gonna fail. Not true. The only way you can fail, okay, and you can go back to Benjamin Franklin all the way to Mark Cuban, and they're gonna all tell you the same thing. The only way to fail is to quit. That means your financial condition has something to do with the fact that you possibly have been quitting. I know I've quit. I've quit thousands of times in my life. It's impossible for me not to quit from time to time. Everybody quits, okay? You just need to know it. And when you take full responsibility for your success and say, look, I'm just not gonna quit no matter what. I'll tell you a story where I was 25 years old. I was fired by the company I was working for 3 times. And all 3 times I agreed to be fired. I agreed it was right. I told them that they were right in firing me. And as soon as they fired me, terminated me, I went out and started selling their product again. I sold their product, came back to them, brought them a deal and said, hey, before you terminate me for good, I got another deal for you. And they're like, okay, we tear up the paper, stay on, let's roll. See, I didn't quit. So the first thing is you got to decide never quit no matter what. I don't care how bad your situation is. You didn't grow up with a dad, so what? Okay, I didn't grow up with a dad. You got a bad education. You got people going to college, man. They owe $300,000 when they get out, and they got a bad education. Don't worry about it. I sat down at dinner last night with a guy named Brad Lee. He didn't finish high school, and he's got a multi-million-dollar business. Why? He's like, man, Grant, I wish I would have got my MBA. Why? You're doing great. He's like, yeah, but I wish I would have gotten it. I wish I wouldn't have quit. I don't know if it had mattered in Brad Lee's case. I don't know if my dad was alive today, if it would have mattered in my case. I know this. You have the conditions of your life as they are. You've messed up. You've screwed up. You don't have any money. You were born on the wrong side of the tracks. Your mom gave you bad information. You went to a crummy school. You don't have any money. You need to figure out what's holding you back, because it's none of those things. If you look at your friends, just take a look at your friends. Find out how many of them belong in the Cardone Zone. How many of them are willing to do whatever it takes to find out what they need to do. See, the reality is most people are just whatever it takes. They just say, yeah, whatever. Then not whatever it takes. They're like, whatever, I don't have the money, whatever, I didn't get the sale, whatever, I started my company, it busted out, whatever, I'm not invested in the start, whatever. And you need to change that to whatever it takes. I will not quit. I refuse to quit. I'm not going to bitch. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to blame somebody else.
Hey, Grant, sorry to bomb in on your show, man. Darren from London.
Look at Darren from London, man. Say hi, Darren.
I'm doing good. Here on the 10X.
Dude, you bring me a gift?
Man, I got you a gift.
Dude,
I'd like to give you this gift. So I think it's about time you had a decent pen instead of these plastic pens.
I'm throwing the Hard Rock pen away. I'm getting my Mont Blanc out here. Darren, thanks, man.
This pen has been used by influential power players like John F. Kennedy, Warren Buffett, and Barack Obama.
Dude, are you
It's
serious?
about time you got your own one. So thank you for the inspiration.
Darren, thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for jumping in here. See,
UK.
that's the UK,
10X.
baby. 10X. That's Darren. How do people follow you?
At Darren Wicks.
At Darren Wicks, okay? Came all the way from the UK. And folks, if you want to see what Darren's going to see tonight, all you got to do to go is, all you have to do is go to whateverittakes.com. /.
10X Live.
10X Live, baby. You're going to see what he's going to see tonight, okay? And thanks, Darren. Get the freaking out of my shot here. Okay.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Now you see, that's a guy that does whatever it takes. Now you could say it's crazy. Okay. Got me a nice pen now. I got a nice pen for my shows. Okay. I like that, man. I appreciate that. Okay. Got my margarita. Let me stir it. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay. So what am I telling you? Okay. Here's what I'm telling you. Your goals in the 10X rule, I write, people have goals that are not big enough to inspire. If your goals are small, you're going to wake up on Mondays and you will not be excited about a Monday. You're going to see Fridays and can't wait for weekends. And the reason why is this, because your goals are not big enough for there ever to be a payoff. So I want you to look at your goals. Are they inspiring? Do they cause you to stay up at night? Because your dreams should actually keep you up at night. Most people just have nightmares. They're waking up, man, I had this bad dream last night. Dude, your dreams should keep you up. I'm talking about the dreams you're in charge of, the dreams you're writing down every day. I'm talking about, who do I need to meet today? Who do I need to see today? How big could I get? How many books could I sell if you're an author? How many people could I speak to if I give seminars? How many cars could I sell if I was a car salesman? If I'm a plumbing contractor, how could I own the entire state of Charlotte or North Carolina? What could I do? Something giant, something big. Number two, you hear people talk about fear of failure or fear of success. Look, you need to knock that off, man. That's a bunch of garbage talk. What do you walk away with when you talk about the fear of failure or the fear of success? No matter how much it's explained, what do you end up with? Nothing. Nothing, okay? It's like your zodiac sign. If your zodiac sign, your horoscope is responsible for your future, you're freaking in trouble. If the tarot reader or the hand reader, what do they call them? Tarot card reader, psychic. Fortune teller, psychic. If she's going to determine your destiny, first of all, she's freaking broke. Pot piss broke. She's going to tell you what your future is. You're dependent on somebody else to tell you what you're going to do. You're in the Cardone zone, folks. Success is your obligation. It's your duty. It's your responsibility. I'll be right back with you to give you 5 steps to get on your way to massive success.
Hard work demands the highest price. Auto dealers, do you sell your notes? Are you disappointed with your current lender, your price, or your service? If you need capital now, we are the answer. Use our nationwide network of lenders. Trust us with your portfolio. Expedite your cash flow. With over $120 million submitted in 2014, we'll deliver. Dealer Capital Services. Visit mydealercapital.com or call 337-451-6921 today.
Regardless of your home situation, tax bracket, or way of life, our goal is simple: to improve your quality of life and lower your expenses. With over 30,000 satisfied customers and guaranteed power production for 25 years, it's time to invest in your future. Let's harness the sun together. Visit AmericanVisionSolar.com today. Whatever It Takes Network brings you an exclusive event this Friday and Saturday. See Grant Cardone live at the Hard Rock Hotel, Cancun, at 2 seminars are streamed right to you live on November 14th and 15th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Book both seminars for only $99. That's right, both 10X seminars from Cancun for $99. Register today at whateverittakesnetwork.com /10X Live. That's whateverittakesnetwork.com /10X Live.
Welcome back to the Cardone Zone. Grant Cardone here, your friend in sales and business, in wealth creation, and getting your head right this weekend so that you can go next weekend and this month and the rest of the year and get the things you deserve in your life. Look, success is your duty, folks. It's your responsibility. You can make excuses for it. You can decide why you're not going to have it. 76% of Americans in the richest country on this planet are living paycheck to paycheck. Why? Nobody wants to live paycheck to paycheck. Any of you guys ever want to live paycheck to paycheck? No. No, they said no. Of course not. We're shooting to you from Cancun, Mexico. I had every reason not to do a show from here, but what do? Every week, I got to deliver. You got to deliver. You got to decide that this success thing is like a horse, and you are in control of it. You're the rider. You're going to tell this, so you're going to break this horse until it's yours. So I want to give you some tips, okay? Some things that helped me, and it took me years. 29 years old, I started my first company. 32 years old, I was making less money over those 3.5 years than I had made in the previous 5 years every year. And I'm like, what am I going to do to turn this thing around? Well, I was operating my company with false information, basically with bad data, bad content. If you've ever heard the saying, knowledge is power, I'm sure you've heard that saying. What if the knowledge is wrong? So the first thing I want you to look at, we talked about having really big goals. We talked about all the reasons maybe that you have not to be successful. Throw those reasons aside, and I want you to start looking at the knowledge you have. Not in a good way. I want you to look at the knowledge you have, and we're going to go through this in in-depth detail tonight at the 10X seminar that we're going to stream out live to you, actually, if you choose to have it. whateveritttakes.com/10X live is how you get that. whateverittakeSnetwork.com/10X live. We'll stream that event to you. But we're going to be digging into what I believe, at least I discovered in my own life, was the number one problem I was having. I had the ambition. I was willing to take the risk, but I had one thing I didn't know about. I was stacking good data. I was reading books, listening to audio programs, going to seminars. I would use the data for 2 or 3 days, and then boom, I'm back to my old ways on Wednesday. Why? Why do people, like a rubber band, they stretch it, boom, it goes back to being what it was? Because you're stacking good data on top of bad data. You have bad information. You have some information that's just not good for you. Like what? What could be bad information? Bad information could be don't get attention. I'll give you one perfect example. It is universal. Everywhere I travel, I was in Russia, France. Last week we were in, we're in Mexico now. I was in 3 cities last week, 2 days ago. Everywhere I go, I said, what do you know about attention? Don't get too much of it. Be seen and not heard, okay? Fly under the radar. So let's say I'm telling you to go out and market, go pitch, go get attention, and you have sitting in you a piece of data from your mommy and daddy. Maybe you heard mommy and daddy talking about don't get too much attention. Maybe they were telling your older brother that, don't get too much attention. Maybe they said it in school, not by what they said, but when they told you, sit in that chair. If you have a question, raise your hand. See, they're telling you don't get attention. The basic premise of your life, the first 10, 15, 20 years of your life was don't get attention. I remember a friend of mine, Carl Romero, needed a job. My brother was going to recommend Carl to go to work at the gas company my brother was working at, and my mother told my brother, you shouldn't refer him. You shouldn't recommend somebody else. What if you give attention to Carl, you got attention, Carl goes there, sets a bad example, they're going to blame you. And what if he goes there and he's good and he takes your job? Leave it alone, fly under the radar. My mom's literally giving my brother this advice, and she believed it. She believed it down to the core of her being. She wasn't trying to hurt my brother. She was trying to help him. I want you to look at the information that you got from your mom, your dad, the schools, maybe the church you went to, okay? They all have good intentions, but what data did they give you that is now broken? Don't get too much attention. Don't get too much money. Money is evil. Money is bad. People that have money are evil. People that got money lie. Look, I've heard all this stuff. 76% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Nothing about it makes sense. Not only is America the richest country on the planet, America is the best educated supposedly best educated. We spend more money per person on education than any other country in the world. Yet, 76%, 3/4 of all Americans barely get by. Number two, people are being too reasonable. Your friends, your relatives, your uncle, your aunt, your mom, your dad are telling you, hey, that's just the way it is. That is a concept of reasonable. I didn't make my target this month. We didn't hit quota. Oh, well, it's the economy, it's the government, it's this, it's that. The programs weren't right. You're making sense of not making a target, which is being reasonable. The 10X rule, we talk about how to become completely unreasonable. We had an unbelievable month last month in my company. I pat myself on the back, I pat the people on the back. I'm like, let's go hit another freaking target. It's that long. Good job, good job. We don't have a parade. We don't go on vacation. I come down here and I'm at work again. By the way, Hard Rock Cancun, unbelievable. If you ever come down to Cancun, book the Hard Rock. They're amazing. Number three, average. You gotta get it that average isn't okay. Nothing about average works. An average marriage, average relationship, average sex, average money, average kids, average education, average motivation, average targets. You have to dispel any and all beliefs that average is a good thing. And you are being programmed daily to be average. So you gotta literally go in and find out all that stuff that you think that you work with every day, that's sitting in your mind, that you're operating with as truths, knowledge. If it has anything to do with average, it's gonna kill you. Imagine having an average business, having an average business plan, having average budgets. Most Americans have average budgets. They don't plan on trips. They don't plan on problems. They don't plan on crisis. That's why they can't handle when there's a problem, a contraction. They can't handle it and they go broke. Number four, money is misunderstood greatly. I hit on this. And number five, the hustle is condemned. Let me go over those again. You're stacking good data on bad data. We're going to talk about that tonight at the 10X seminar. You can actually see that streamed to your computer or to your phone or to your tablet. If you're not available for it live tonight, it'll be archived on your computer so you can go back and watch it with your family, with your kids. Whatever it takes network.com/10X Live. I'm telling you, it's going to be an amazing, amazing event. Friday and Saturday night, both will sit on your computer. You'll have access to both for as long as you want. 10X Seminar live. Whatever it takes network.com/10X Live. Look, you can literally have sex with your wife tonight while I'm streaming the content to you. It'll be amazing. Tweet me from wherever you are. I want to know when that moment happens while you're watching me and you're doing the nasty, okay? All right, so what am I telling you? What did Winston Churchill say? Never, 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 never give in no matter what. Folks, you need to set goals that are tremendous, enormous, monster. You don't want to fly under the radar. You need to get massive attention. Now's the time to break out. You're at threat right now, okay? Your mom and dad were trying to build a middle class. 50 years ago, this country was trying to expand into a middle class. That middle class is not expanding, it's shrinking. You have to get out of it. You need to become unreasonable with your thinking around money, relationships, around your kids. You need to push your kids right now because the schools won't. You need to take full responsibility for your life, your money, your business, your future, so you're not a statistic. 76% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. I don't want that to be you. Less than 80% or less than 20% of America has $3,000 in a savings account. The average American can't find $20 in their pocket while they're walking the streets. Uncertainty causes you not to know how to live freely and happily tomorrow. You can't make decisions. You can't go on a trip. You can't enjoy yourself. You can't pull the trigger. Look, I know there's a bunch of you in the Midwest right now. It's 30 degrees, man. You're like, damn, I wish I'd have gone to that seminar. But you didn't. You know why? Because you're uncertain about your future. You're uncertain about your money. Every time you go to the shopping market, okay, and you see something you want to buy, every time this happens to you, you want to buy a purse, you want to buy a car, you want to buy whatever, you want to rehab your kitchen and make it look fresh, and you get the cost of that, and it comes in, and you're like, I can't do that. You're being reminded that your business model, your goals, your inspiration and aspiration is broken. The price of that product wasn't too high. Your business model is broken. And at the Cardone Zone and Whatever It Takes Network, I want to help you with that. 67% of businesses are breaking even or losing money. Your education's there, your upbringing, blame it if you want to, it is what it is. Your destiny, hey, I don't know about destiny, okay? I'm gonna create my own destiny. I'm in charge of it. And my ambition, I've never met a person that wasn't ambitious. You need the information, okay? Strip away the bad data, strip it away, look at it. Look at everything you've been taught about money, everything you've been taught about marriage. How many people to talk about marriages and the first thing you're gonna hear is they're hard? Strip that information away, okay? Find the truth for you. What is the truth for you in your life about money, marriage, kids? I mean, really, 12 years of school, do you really think that's gonna educate your kids? A course in algebra, how many times will you use that? Strip away that data. Surround yourself with people that hustle, man, that run, that push, that shove. Get your people around people that aren't whatever, they're whatever it takes. Top 10% of Americans, the top 10%, just this many people own 94% of all the stocks in this country. Surround yourself with those people. Study those people. How can that be a bad thing for you? The top 20% of Americans own 85% of all the wealth available on this planet. The top 20%. Who are you studying from? Who do you eat breakfast with? Who do you read? Who do you spend time with? Tonight, I'm going to stream a seminar to you. You could literally spend an hour and a half with me tonight without leaving your home, without missing a customer, sitting at your desk, your phone. You could be in your car on a drive, and I'll stream the 10X seminar to you live. The top 10% of the Americans control 1/2 of the entire world's wealth. Who are you studying? Who are you spending time with? Tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you go to whateverittakesnetwork.com/10X rule, put in your credit card, give $99, I'm going to deliver tonight to you, and I'm going to deliver tomorrow night to you for the $99. You can watch them both live, or you can have them archived on your computer. What'd you guys spend to come in from Jordan?
Yeah, good $5,000.
$5K. What'd you spend to come in from the UK?
The whole trip's about $3,000.
$3,000. Okay, you can watch the same event. 3,000 pounds. That's $4,500.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
In Russian money, dude, that's like the Russian dollar. Okay, has lost 30% of its value in 45 days. They weren't planning on that. Nobody was planning on that. There's people in Spain. Okay, have been going broke for 15 years. That can happen to you. That needs to be your inspiration every morning when you wake up. You're either going to wake up and be the lion, or you're going to wake up and be the gazelle. But either way, dude, you waking up running. You got to be running, because you're either going to be lunch or you're going to have lunch. The 10X seminar, okay, tonight. Whateverittakesnetwork.com. Whateverittakesnetwork.com/10X live. Have I forgot anything, guys? We good? We good to go? What kind of weekend you gonna have? You gonna bust ass? You gonna kick ass?
Someone wants to ask a question.
Question.
Yeah, I got a question. All right. This fine?
Yeah, you good, man. Just lean in a little
Are we
more.
in there?
Yeah. Come on down. By the way, our last webinar that we did a week ago, we did a webinar, 3,284 people signed up. 1,001 were able to watch it, and I was the one. So we're going to sell this event out tonight. If you want to check it out, whateverittakesnetwork.com/10X rule. It's 99.
10X Live.
10X live.
Live.
Go ahead.
Live.
All right, so
Introduce yourself.
my name is Ali Awad. I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia, going to law school and business school in Georgia State University.
Dude, I love the hat. Dog.
I'm from, hey,
I
pimpin', man.
like it a lot. Dog. I mean, and the
You want
shades. I did want it.
All right, you can have it. There you go.
In the giving mood.
I like the shades
It looks
too.
better
man.
on you. Hey, you know what? That's all you, man. Hey, I like that watch, though.
That was a gift for me. That one you can't have.
All right, so Grant, we flew in from the Middle East. My cousin and I came in
I thought you were from Atlanta, man.
from Atlanta, but we're originally from the Middle East. As you can see, we have a lot of pride. And
I love that, man.
what I've noticed is that in the U.S., it seems like it's an American mentality that you limit yourself. I read your book on the flight in.
Yeah.
Well, got as much of it as I can. I'm gonna knock out the rest of it tonight on the beach, while I'm sipping on some margaritas. And what I noticed is that this mentality, this idea of success that you consistently bring up in your book is not part of the vocabulary in most Americans. I've traveled all over the world. I've studied in so many different countries.
You're saying you guys over there are hungrier than the people here.
We're so damn hungry.
Yeah.
We are in debt to come here just because we know about the value of this kind of seminar.
Yeah.
Because it's all a mental block. If you tell yourself that success is, and I don't have to quote you. You're the man. You wrote this.
Yeah.
But if you tell yourself that success is $100,000 in the bank, or living paycheck to paycheck and just having a nice car, then when you fail or when you get close to that, then you're cutting yourself short.
Totally, dude.
But if you 10x it, you're gonna make a killing.
Well, either way, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's like one of the things that we're taught is that failure is going to happen to you. Okay, it doesn't happen. It doesn't have to happen. I mean, it just doesn't have to happen. And then where we set our targets at, most people that set their financial targets are setting their daddy's targets. They're basically adopting the daddy's target. Like, what was a lot of money? My dad wanted to make $1 million. That was his target. So I adopted that. Didn't know it. I adopted that and wanted to make $1 million my whole life. Okay, got to $1 million. I'm like, I don't have any money. I can't make any moves. I can't go buy anything. If I buy one thing, I'm out of the $1 million already. I mean, if I buy a big watch, I'm hurt. I can't do the watch now. Go ahead.
You just gotta go hustle, get some more. But the idea is that it's almost un-American. What you're saying in your book is an un-American mentality. But in the Middle East, where I come from, you're lucky to make it to elementary school or middle school. You're one of the select few if you graduate from high school. You're one of the top, the elite. I studied in China for a little bit just to see how things are going, learned Mandarin. And only 10% of the students from childhood make it to college. And when they graduate, their average salary is $800 a month. Now, for the people when you automatically see a Chinese person in school, what's your first reaction? What do you think?
I think hungry, ambitious, want to make it, probably more intelligent than we are.
More intelligent.
Yeah.
And the reason is not that Chinese people are just naturally more intelligent than Americans. I beg to differ. Just like you said, America's the best country in the world, and if we put in even a fraction of the effort that the other countries are putting in, we would not only remain at the top, but we stay at the top forever.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, the question is, do you think the reason that people have such a hard time wrapping their heads around this is because maybe it's from the lack of travel or from the lack of knowledge of other cultures and experiences, or just the fact that they're just...
It could be. I mean, I think Americans are in some way, if we're talking just about Americans, Americans are like, I'm in America. We've been told that we're free because you're in America, but the truth is you're not just free because you're in America, okay? You need some money to do things. I mean, I know people that are like, yeah, are you a free American? Yes, I am. You can vote any way you want? Yes, you can. Can you go to the store and buy anything you want? Like, you need money at some point. Anytime I have this conversation, I know people are going to say this. I just wrote an article for Entrepreneur Magazine about the out of office reply, that is stupid to send out a reply saying I'm out of the office, I'm on vacation, and literally 3 comments: money's not everything. Money's not everything. Why are you always talking about money? Dude, it's not everything, but I guarantee it's going to be involved in everything that you do. So when I hear from guys like you in other parts of the world, China, India,
Palestine,
they're like, hey, I need money, man. In America, nobody wants to talk about it. It's like, we're good. No, you're not good. Just because you're in a nice zip code, nice area, nice neighborhood, you got a house, you got 2 cars, and your 2 kids are going to schools, you don't know what's coming. And these guys know because they hear the threat, because they are on this planet, and you feel the threat of other things. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I do think, should I come?
Yeah, get in here.
Yeah. So you were saying...
Introduce yourself.
This is Jalal Abamuez, just came from Jordan. Yes, landed here actually in 2011, went back, and actually came back for the seminar. Grant Cardone, nice meeting you.
I like that shirt, man.
They gotta hate, right?
You've been working out too, go ahead.
Okay, this is my first time on the camera, so easy, okay? So you were saying here, they really don't like talking about money, right? We
No, no,
we just mentioned it.
yeah, it's a bit taboo,
Yeah,
man.
like it's not important and all that. Because
Well, I mean,
I
look,
grew up there my whole life.
If the politicians told anybody the truth, they'd say, look, nobody has enough money. They would tell the middle class America, look, the problem is you don't have enough income to ever save enough money, to invest enough money to have financial freedom. Nobody tells you that truth here.
So they believed all that, and they believe middle class and below is all they can have.
Yeah, right.
And they're actually satisfied with it. Why people overseas are more hungry and traveling? Traveling do open your mind to so many things. I grew up in Jordan my whole life, born, raised, just landed here in 2011, learned the language here, landed here knowing nothing. And learned here, so one thing I know for sure, back home, the basics that people have here, people back home have to work so hard to get the basics that people get here for free. Everybody get that. That they can get a house for free just because their income below a certain level.
Yeah.
They can't get all that for
You
free.
get a phone there? Does everybody have a phone there?
Do you see this phone right here?
Yeah.
You gotta pay over $3,000-4,000 to have. You are one of the only 5 people that would have it probably right now. I'm telling
we
you
take it
this.
for granted here. We think everybody should have a phone. I mean,
$200 with AT&T, you can go get one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Back
yeah,
home, you gotta
yeah.
pay so much for
a car. What do I have to do? What
You drive a
percentage of it-
Rolls Royce, right? You spend about $250 on it, about $300. You gotta spend at least good $1 million just to get a tag from Jordan on it. And I work in cars. I'm managing a dealership. I have shipped so many cars to Jordan, and I know that for a fact. If a car costs $5,000 here, there it's $15,000.
Does everybody drive a car there?
There is
Does
one
everybody
thing.
own a car?
Yes, but it's either very cheap or very, very expensive. There is no middle class. So me, I landed here hungry. I'm not from the middle class. I'm not from the rich area. I'm telling you this. I landed here hungry, $70. I had to sleep in the street. That was the first friend I ever met. I even had to like poke him every time trying like somebody speaks English to me, like, dude, please translate, you know? And learned
Wow,
everything
wow.
since 2011 till today, because I know I'm hungry. I know I can't get the basics that I have to work so hard for. Back home, I can get here
Do you
easy.
think that you have an advantage here
Of course.
over
Of course.
Americans? Like
Of course.
if you are going head up against
Can I give you an example?
yeah, against Mitch, you know you're going to kill Mitch?
I'll blow it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me tell you this.
Because Mitch is operating. Everybody needs to understand this. Mitch is operating with an idea that he's all right, and he's not. Mitch thinks, hey man, I'm good, dude. I'm good. I'm better. I'm doing good based on my dad, my family, my cousin, my uncle, my aunt, the neighbor. He's like, hey man, I'm not doing good. See, he's under threat, so he's gonna run harder.
But I moved here. I knew it was hard. I moved here, taking care of my family. Just turned 22. Age don't matter. We already all know that. It's all about the age of your hustle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that for a fact. But let me give you just a simple example. I wanted to do cars back home. I wanted to buy, sell cars. Just to do that, I have to have at least good $500,000 sitting in my bank account, and there's so many paperwork I have to do, and I can't do it. Maybe there's like 4 or 5 dealerships in all Jordan right now. Then I come here. It's so easy. It's so easy. I have nothing. I don't have $500,000 in my bank account. I got my dealer license, selling cars, shipping cars back home. It was so easy.
Yeah.
So I look funny, no offense to anybody, but I look funny at people that live here their whole life, and it's so easy to get everything you ever wanted, but you don't, because you don't know what it means to be without it.
Yeah.
You never had to work for it.
Take it for
This is
granted.
what I think.
Take it for granted. You're hearing it from him, man. Look, this guy, I didn't know these guys were coming in. Tonight, you're going to get more of this, okay? whateverittakesnetwork.com/10x live. It costs you $99 to go there. It's going to cost you $1 million not to be there. You're going to get tonight and tomorrow night. whateverittakes.com/10x live. I'm making this available to you because so many of you asked. Please stream that seminar, okay? Look forward to seeing you tonight. whateverittakes.com/10x live, baby. Whatever it takes, be there tonight, okay? And if you have sex while I'm doing the show, I got to know.
That will make it better sex.
10x.
10x your position.
Whatever It Takes Network brings you an exclusive event this Friday and Saturday. See Grant Cardone live at the Hard Rock Hotel, Cancun at 2 seminars are streamed right to you live on November 14th and 15th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Book both seminars for only $99. That's right, both 10X seminars from Cancun for $99. Register today at whateverittakesnetwork.com/10X Live. That's whateverittakesnetwork.com/10X Live.